I told you I was feeling vibrations and warmth. Sometimes they claimed they took a door off of a microwave and were holding it against the roof or the wall or whatever. I was like, whatever. They also claimed that these projections that I started seeing were in infrared, and then I found out that infrared doesn't really pass through walls very much. It can pass through a little bit, so you can use like to detect like leaks and things like that, perhaps. But it doesn't pass through glass. But I noticed that the projections, I guess that was a little bit later, it looked clearer on glass. But I noticed like the walls would look fuzzy. I'm like, what's going on with the walls? And then I started taking video of it, and had I slowed it down and processed it more, or tried to take better footage, and also the projections weren't as good then as they are now, but there were a few good instances. Like one time I was looking at the wall by the TV, and it looked like there was a woman and then a man silhouette, and like it looked like they were spinning a yo-yo or something, or hula hooping, or like their silhouettes were doing like this and they were dancing or whatever. And I was like, are they standing in front of some sort of special, maybe not an infrared, but like some other type of projector? That can go through walls or whatever and like put a shadow on the wall. Like I had no idea. Like I still don't know what type of projector that is, because it goes through everything. It goes through walls, glass, it coats anything.
So anyway, as I was saying, they started zapping me at the little mild. It was really more vibrations, and then all of a sudden it started turning into like when I was on the phone with 911 once, as I was talking to the 911 operator at Studio 6, this would match up with the date that I went to stay at the Austin Suites and Hotel for 2 nights while still paying for my hotel room at the Studio 6. And all of a sudden electrical jolts were going through my body. It felt like my heart was racing, and I wasn't on anything. I wasn't having a panic attack. It felt like something was going through the floor or through the roof and through my body. And then the voices had started a few weeks before this stuff at the extended stay, as did some of the projections, but they weren't, they were just starting out. I didn't know what the fuck to look for. But I thought I was perhaps needing to see a psychiatrist to see if I was schizophrenic. But very quickly, after hearing the voices, they took a great deal of joy in pretty much convincing me that they were real people, or being played, or being audio samples of voice clips or sound clips, or modified voices of the actual people talking to me. And I kept questioning it, and then while at the Studio 6 at the hotel that you see before you, they were like, Yeah, the guy in 301, we're working with him, and he's got your phone, and he hacked your account. And I had no reason to suspect this person is essentially a stranger. I met in passing, and turns out my phone was in a radius, mostly within his room or right outside his room, and an email address linking to 2 Facebook profiles and a Google Plus profile appeared to be, matching to him. Unless they set up fake social profiles, and I don't think they did that. But the bigger point is that I couldn't have guessed that. I couldn't have made that up. And that's when I was like, for sure. I was like, these voices are not schizophrenia. And I've been trapped on a schizophrenic radio station, probably by their using a device that uses voice to skull technology, which sounds kind of unusual and conspiracy theory like, but in all actuality it's a real technology that's been around for over 50 years, and it uses microwaves to transmit audio from the device to a person that you're pointed at. It doesn't require any receiving audio equipment. The reason why my voice sounds a little bit weird right now and short of breath is they're zapping me as we speak. Anytime I would leave a message for like a police officer or a detective, or try to talk to my dad or something, they would start zapping my chest and making me short of breath and kind of making me sound like I was having anxiety, or that I was a little bit, manic or something like that. And I've never had issues like that in my past. And they like to try to make you look like a fool in front of someone, make you look crazy.
But they started getting more and more crazy, and they would do it out in the trees sometimes. But they weren't as fancy as they are now, or that they had gotten at the Grove. I spent 2 nights at another hotel, Austin Streeton Hotel. There was a police call there. They didn't want to have anything to do with me. They were like, "You're in like the drug den of the world." And I'm like, "I'm not. That's not. I didn't know." I'm just like, "This is the only place that was available." I was like, "I'm still paying for a room over at Studio 6. Thanks, guys." And I'm getting tortured over here too. And my cat was in the window over there too. And they popped her. There was like no one around, and she was like, I heard this pop, and she was like, "Ow," and she just fell out of the window as if someone had smacked her. And then it was like lightning bolts were coming through there. And that happened at the Studio 6. Actually, right when I moved there, I was on the phone with 911 because I had called also the front desk, I think, that day a few times. And I was like, I went like that one time to like the wall because I had no idea where they were. Are they in the room over here? Are they in the room over here? Are they in a room here at all? Are they on the outside? Because initially the voices sounded like they were like going back and forth on the outside through the air conditioning vent. And I was like, how are they doing this? And they were also doing the, "We want your money or we want you dead." And so I thought maybe they're after that equity money, because I did have an ATM receipt out that they might have seen spying on me. And it did have a large balance in there. And I had to show that for an apartment that I was applying for down the road. And I was like, maybe they are after the equity. Maybe they're fucking with me. And they're like, "Ooh, he's got money in his account. Let's fuck with him more and try to get money out of him." That's what they tried to make me think. I would tell that to the police, and I was like, I don't know if that's what they are after, but that's what they're saying. So I was trying to be rational about it when I report it. And then when I went like that to the wall, they commented on it. They're like, "Oh, he flipped us off." And I'm like, the windows aren't open. Like, there's no cameras like available. Like if they had hacked like a camera on my cell phone. And I'm like, you shouldn't be able to see that. No one should be able to see that. I'm in here alone with my dog and my cat. And I called the front desk, and I'm like, who's in these rooms? I'm like, I don't know if they drilled a hole through the wall, but I'm like, I just flipped off the wall, and like they commented on it, and the curtains are drawn. I'm like, there's no one in here. They should not have been able to see that. And so